Before we begin, I must disclose that I used to be a fan of Omar's videos and streams. However, despite my initial reluctance, I must now address some concerning information that has come to my attention. To anyone involved in this matter, please refrain from taking any retaliatory actions, as this will only cause further harm. Those involved are willing to share additional information. I will provide an update. Until then, I implore you to respect their privacy as we delve into the following revelations. Firstly, it's important to acknowledge that Omar has been accused of being corrupt, mentally abusive, and a groomer. Despite these accusations, let's go back to the beginning of his YouTube journey, which started in March 2014. It was until 2020 that Omar's popularity skyrocketed with his Discord Sing series. However, as we fast forward to mid-2021, things took a turn for the worse, when someone griefed Omar's server, infiltrating a staff team with sole intention on causing chaos. Looking back, it's clear this was a warning signs of what was yet to come. I'll be referencing a document that was compiled by one of Omar's former staff members. This document contains evidence against him. For privacy reasons, the staff member will remain anonymous. I don't know where to begin this, but I guess it's time to start from the beginning. In 2020, I was introduced to Omar by a mutual friend of ours, and it took us a bit, but we eventually became good friends, best friends even. Around this time, we were both streaming oftenly and hosting/rating each other. This was before his blow-up series he has called Discord Sync. When our friendship started taking off, I applied as a staff in his Discord community, server which is where things got interesting. I was able to see behind the curtains, hidden away from his fans. I would sit there with him and his girlfriend at times in VCs for hours. I often was forced to listen to Omar make sexual jokes to his girlfriend while I was there. It was an awkward experience for sure. Fast forward a few months later and they split up, mostly from Omar's abusive and manipulative side. During the time I would be the messenger between them, since they had each other blocked. I had to send screenshots to them both and messages from the other. Once they had split up, I had to decision to choose a side and make sure it was the right one. This happened frequently between mutual friends of ours. I must bring to your attention that when me and Omar had being dated, she was only 15 years old and he was about to turn 17. This doesn't quite seem the definition of pedophile, it's still far too close for comfort. So really, I guess more of a groomer. Additionally, it's concerning to hear that Omar was telling sexual jokes around a minor and scratching the surface of the issue. There was a girl who is younger than Omar who has always called harmful names. A lot of the times he bullied her and would call her a bitch. There's more to this, but I'm able to retrieve them. The channels have been removed completely to hide a lot of messages sent. Before she was completely banned from Omar's server, she was on the staff team just like me. And all of a sudden, one day, there was some incident where she gave a server invite to someone trying to dox and IP grab Omar. While some of this is true, there's more to the story. She simply wants to get back at Omar for all the negative and harassing comments she has received over time by him, even sometimes making disturbing sexual remarks. He has also disabled her Discord account due to the overwhelming amount of harassment she received from fans and friends of his. She was both recorded and live streamed on Omar's main Twitch for everyone to see, for being manipulated and distraught due to the constant harassment. Omar scoops down to low levels that are hidden from his fans. He talks to a lot of females that he tries to go. If he's not successful, he will ban them or remove any staff role he's given them. Some of these females are as young as 13 years old. Let me mind you that Omar is 17 years old. His last known girlfriend was 14 years old. He will often make females uncomfortable from his sexual jokes and flirtation. That is said by him in his own community servers, screenshots below. It's important to acknowledge that at this time, this recording, Omar is 19 years old. Regardless of his age, it's not acceptable to make sexual jokes with minors. While some may argue that Omar's birth in Egypt complicates matters, it's worth nothing. Age of consent in Egypt is 18. Therefore, any sexual conduct or relationship with minors would still be considered illegal under Egyptian law. So I spin a gamble with our friendship. If we have a mutual friend and he ends up hating them for some reason, I have to unfriend them and let everyone know his side of the story and not both sides. This has happened multiple times. If you're telling both sides, he'll manipulate you and talk badly upon you to everyone, even to the point of streaming it for public humiliation. I had a mutual friend who was publicly humiliated on Omar's private Twitch channel for removing all of Omar's followers. He too was pushed into doing something like this, and everyone hated him for it. Do you know the truth about how he had access to Omar's actual Twitch account? Because Omar wanted to reach higher viewers, so as a kind friend, researched and found a view botting site based in Russia. Omar gave him his account details so he could connect it to his Twitch, and it would be able to get the channel ID, so it can automatically start the view botting process. As soon as he pressed the go live button, he used it for months, and Twitch never caught on to this and took action against his account. If this gets word to Twitch, please look at his previously connected applications and where the traffic came from. It sucks having to write something like this, but when you two are pushed and manipulated as close as a friend you are to Omar, the truth eventually comes out. The most disturbing part about all of this is he uses his fans as weapons to hate on people with one side of the story, and since they are such a young audience, they are oblivious of it. Here's proof. Here's all the proof needed to confirm I was actually friends with Omar and I practically ran his Discord server. Recently, Omar released a series of tweets talking about his Arabic viewers, which I'll show to you now. If you've recently been to one of my streams, you might have noticed I've been making some rather odd and mean comments towards some viewers. There's a good reason behind it. A couple months ago, I started an Arabic Minecraft Shorts and TikTok channel, an attempt to make sure they go viral to fill a huge demand for Minecraft content here. Surprisingly, I saw results within just days of getting started, and I quickly became one of the biggest. Creators in the Arabic community get millions of views daily. Watch first was incredible and crazy to me. I thought I could start a great Arabic community along with my English one, but I couldn't have been more wrong. I don't do YouTube for the money. But if I'm uploading 3 videos a day and streaming semi-daily, at least expected to be paid for the time I spent content. I didn't due to economical reasons, making pay downright horrendous in my region. I still ignored that and kept pushing this new community. I'd occasionally get comments asking extremely invasive questions. My family, IRL, appearance, where I live, my religious beliefs, etc. I ignored them as much as I could. They just kept coming to the point where people tried doxing me on stream. I streams would get well over 1 to 2K views. I'll never forget how almost the entire chat decided since I wasn't answering their questions, they'll collect all the info they have on me and attempt to dox me to find the answer to questions themselves. I don't think I need to explain the problem with that. On top of it, they were extremely needy and greedy. They didn't care what I was posting. They wanted more. Any opportunity they had to interact with me, they asked me to post more, stream more, don't stream this, don't stream this time, don't play music on stream. It all sounded like it'd be simple to ignore, and 75% of the chatters in the chat, with 2K plus people constantly saying that it's not fun. So as cliche it may sound, I should have been careful what I wished for. I got satisfaction I wanted, all the numbers I dreamt of reaching, and I realized this isn't all that there is to it. This isn't why I make content and enjoy it, especially now when the community is like this. I don't have much to gain from it besides clout, which I frankly don't care for. I've come to appreciate the English community I built more and more after the experience, as I've said on stream. Even though my English community is insignificant in size compared to the Arabic one, it's far more significant in importance and value to me. I don't mind going live daily, hanging out with the same 20 to 50 people. In fact, I prefer over 2,000 plus I could get elsewhere. They could care less about me and just treat me like a content producing tool. So that being said, I made a decision to have very large tolerance towards Arabic viewers that come to my English stream and break rules which are very common. And that's why you'll see me a little cranky towards them. I'll often make fun of some their comments or timing them looks like no reason. I have my reasons, and I ask that I don't get judged for doing, so I don't try to actually be mean to any of them. First and foremost, it's difficult to determine whether a viewer is Arabic or not. If someone found the channel, they would most likely speak English. Therefore, it's challenging to use an excuse for Omar's behavior. This leads me to wonder whether he made up the excuse to bully people, which wouldn't be surprising. Regarding the view buying service, it's unlikely that Omar wasn't motivated by money. He used and paid for a view buying service, and his most profitable series was non-stop. Eventually, the views start to drop, which raised suspicion. It's also that the 1 to 2K viewers were due to the view buying service rather than genuine interest in his content. A year after I started working on this video, Mooney, Omar's ex-girlfriend, finally released her response. Let me know that this talk is to release all that I have kept to myself because I'm tired of feeling defenseless. I don't want anything further from this community except to make a statement and leave in peace. And so Omar has chosen to purge our DMs, purge DMs with mutuals, and delete all evidence. My only primary evidence includes my private conversation with my friends and parents from this time. If anything I fact should tell you that there was something he wanted to hide. While I was 14 years old in 2020, a much older Omar sexually, emotionally, and psychologically manipulated and abused me online. We interacted as dating, off and on, between August 2020 through April 2021. This document, written by Ryan, was true at the time because of the power that Omar had in the community and became of the abuse. I was afraid of him, so when Ryan spoke up, I denied it, and I regret that because Ryan was entirely brave to stand up for me and other young teens in the community. I have more information, screenshots of conversations, and more things I could say. But the bottom line is that I don't want to live afraid anymore. The community can choose to believe me or not. So while she was 14, he was 18, which, believe it or not, isn't very legal. Fortunately, there isn't much we can do since the server has been deleted and nobody seems willing to talk about it. We'll have to wait until someone comes forward with conclusive evidence. Till then, we're left with few options. In conclusion, this is the end of our journey, but it's not the end of the story. If you have any information about Omar, please supply your evidence. Send a message to this Gmail on the screen. Please don't, this is the end of our journeys, but it's not the end of the story. If you have any information about Omar, please supply your evidence and send a message to this email on screen.